How you doing? This is the hardest fight a 5-star Hela has ever soloed without hacks. I want to emphasize without hacks. I have soloed many fights with hacks using 5-star Hela, but keep in mind this is without hacks. As you know, by the time you get to zone 110 in incursion, there are no more hacks. Unfortunately, when I edited the video, I didn't get to see the node, but I did take a screenshot of the node. So let's take a look at the node. So there are 7 nodes here, I believe, but I'm only looking at 3 of them because I think they're the 3 hardest nodes in this fight. Healthy disposition, that's basically gonna start at stun immune and it'll switch to slow and heal block. The floor is lava, can be tough too. Every time you have a non-damaging debuff, there's a chance where you inflicts incinerate on you. So, unless you're using awaken Angela, or in this case Hela with her indestructibility, that's just not going to be a good fight for you. So who else? What else is hard about this fight is when it comes to polka dot power. This fight is really challenging for pretty much for any champion that cannot gain power. And you can see here, this fight is pretty hard for Hela. You could say that because she's not able to gain power at all in this fight. So let's take a look at the fight. So as you can see there, I'm in zone 141. I have like almost about 2,300% buff duration. I'm fighting an opponent with over 3.5 million health and over 300,000 attack. Keep that in mind. And I'm not going to be gaining power here the whole time because of polka dot power. So if you cannot gain power, pretty much any fight you deal with this kind of health pool and this kind of attack, even without nodes, is gonna be very tough because it reduces your damage like significantly. Okay, like even up to like 99%. If you're like using Kate Bishop in this fight, you're just not gonna be able to solo it. Okay, because it's just practically next to impossible. Okay, also she has class disadvantage as well. So I think if you can solo this without power, obviously you're gonna be able to use Hela. As you're gonna see here, I'm using the 5-star, but Aegon I think at 999 could probably do this without power. It's still gonna require a lot of skill, but with pre-nerf Angela, even with pre-nerf Angela, this is gonna be a hard fight because there's no way to gain power without hacks. Keep that in mind, and she really needs to get to at least 1 bar of power when it comes to Angela. So if you're using like Hercules, Angela, or Mr. Sinister, you're not going to be able to gain power. So this fight is going to be very tough, even if you were using the 6-star version of them. Okay, so you have to be, I would say, the best player in the world if you could solo this with Hercules or Mr. Sinister, or even with pre-nerf uh, Angela. I think out of the 3, I can't really say who's gonna be the best option. Maybe Hercules is, because he does have this immortality, and he might do the most damage. He's gonna become close to what do you call this, Mister Sinister. When it comes to Mr. Sinister, I think Mr. Sinister is probably the worst option because of the floor lava. There's just no way to get rid of that incinerate on you because you can't throw your special one. So yeah, Mr. Sinister, yeah, I don't even know how it's possible with Mr. Sinister. It's gonna be next to impossible, I think, with Mr. Sinister. So really, the only option I think is Hercules and Angela. But I think Angela is probably gonna be the best option because with Hercules immortality, it's not gonna last forever. Okay, as you can see, oh, there you go. I'm finally looking at the nodes here. So as you can see, this, take a look at the nodes again. But with Hercules, it's actually gonna be tough without the immortality and the what do you call that, floor lava thing. I don't even know how you're gonna be able to take this fight. So I think the only chance that can probably do this without hacks is Aegon and Angela. I think pre-nerf, even post-nerf, Angela could probably take this fight. As you can see there you go. Thank you.